Hey guys, it's Charlene. Today I wanted to tell a story about when we first got our apartment, my boyfriend and I. We lived with, my cousin's sister, which we had fallen out, and I don't talk to her anymore. But, she's family, I still love her. It's just, the fact that she never apologized for the things that she did. I still have love for her, but, that's another story and another time. But I wanted to talk about the fact that when we moved in our apartment, we were so happy, so excited, as if anybody would if they recently moved into a new apartment or a new home, or actually living on your own and paying for your own bills and doing your own thing. During the specific time my boyfriend worked at Walmart, he was an overnight stalker, and he would work from like 10 to like 7 or 8 in the morning. So a lot of the time, me and my cousin would be home by ourselves at night. And I didn't work. She worked. She worked for a telemarketing company for, I think, Alorica. I think that's what it was called. I'm not sure, but it was like connected to like DirecTV or something like that. But I remember getting up early. I don't remember where we went. I think we came here to my mom's house, and then we went to do some other stuff. And I think we picked up some groceries. I think that's what we did, is we came here to my mom's house, we visited, and then we went to pick up some groceries. But we left pretty, like 11 or 12 in the afternoon. And my boyfriend would come home, make something to eat, and then go to sleep. So he would come home about 7:30, take a shower, make something to eat, and then go to sleep around maybe 8 or 9, depending if he was tired or not. Sometimes he would stay up and, like, play the Xbox. And I'm talking really fast because my storage is freaking stupid right now. I keep deleting stuff, I try making space, and it's not, like, making room. So, yeah. But anyways, but this particular morning, he came home. I was already awake, my cousin was already awake. I think it was like a Saturday. But he came here to my mom's, and then we went to get some groceries. So we were gone out of the house maybe 2 or 3 hours. But when we left, there was like, the whole house is clean. I mean, literally the house is clean, because we've only been there for maybe a month. So, us living there, you notice every little bitty thing when you first get your own apartment, or your own house or whatever, because you want it to be nice, you want it to be neat, you want it to be clean. So you notice every little, like, speck of dust, like every little tiny crumb on your rug, or like little tiny spills on your floor in the kitchen. Like, you notice these things. And I would particularly make sure, like, I would vacuum the living room, like, almost every day. My cousin would vacuum it. I would vacuum our bedroom. We would wash dishes, like, every day. Wipe the counters down, wipe the kitchen table down, and just make sure everything was clean. Really clean. But this particular day, we left, and then we came home. My boyfriend was home. He went to sleep because he had to work again that same evening. But when I came home, it just felt weird. It felt different. It didn't feel like the way we left it. Like, you know how you leave home and then you come back and you're like, somebody here? Did somebody visit? Like, like, you just have this instinct. And most of the time, your gut feeling and your instincts are always correct. So when we came in, we're like, I wonder if somebody came by. And my cousin was like, yeah, I feel that way too. I wonder if somebody visited. And so, like, I went into the room and I told my boyfriend, I was like, did anybody come by? He's like, no, I've been sleeping. He's like, if somebody did, I didn't hear them. The door's been closed. Like, our bedroom door was closed. But one thing about our bedroom is, like, it was, like, parallel with the front door. Our bedroom window and the living room window. So, like, if you looked out the bedroom window, you could see who was at the front door. And he's like, I didn't hear anybody knock. I didn't see anybody come by. I didn't see anybody, like, walk by the window or anything like that. So I was like, okay. So me and my cousin went back outside. We went back to the Jeep when we were bringing in our groceries. But as we were, like, I left the front door open so that we could just go in and out. And when we were walking in, I seen, like, the front door, since the sun was beaming in, like, the front door on the inside of the door, like, it was, like, not even a handful. It was, like, maybe, like 3 fingers like this and a thumb. And it was, like, ash, like how ashes look, in, like, charcoal, kind of. And it was, like, on the door, like, it gripped it. And then on the top, it was the same way, but it was, like, the opposite way. And then, like, it crawled, like, it literally looked like something crawled into our house like that. Like, it reached in like this, and it, like, you could see the prints of whatever the hell this thing was. But it was basically, like, 3 fingers. Ooh, I got chills, like, so bad right now. Okay. Okay, so like it was like the 3 fingers and a thumb, and like you could see like the prints come in the door, go along the wall, and then like it went to the front of our bedroom door, but it didn't go in the room. Like there was no prints, there was nothing in the bedroom, but on top of our bedroom door, like right where the base is at, on top of the door, there was a smudge of charcoal or whatever it was, charcoal, ash, whatever. And then my cousin's closet, like she slept in the living room because she was like our roommate kind of, so we got the room because there's 2 of us, so she took the living room, which was fine because it was just us 3. And she had her own closet, which she fit all her stuff in there, and the rest of her stuff was like I think in the bathroom, like all of her necessities and like, her essentials, because there was extra drawers and an extra cabinet in there. And in her closet, it was in the closet, and then there's a smudge on top of the door and on the bathroom door, because the closet and the bathroom door were like side by side, but they were just like a little bit kind of far apart. They weren't exactly like right next to each other, but they were kind of spread apart. But our kitchen table is in the center, and then the kitchen is right there, and like the living room is pretty big. It was a pretty big living room, but like we could see, like once we opened the door all the way, you could see where the prints were from the door all the way into the house. And like it was just really random. Like I've never seen anything like that before, and I think that's why it kind of felt different when we came home. And me and my cousin were like, what is this? Like we started looking at it, and then like I felt it, and when I felt it, it was like, it felt weird. It didn't feel like regular ash or like regular charcoal. It felt like really grainy and sticky, and I was like, what the hell is this? So like I said, I'm like religious, so I believe like in God and stuff like that. So what I did is I called my grandparents and I asked them if they could pray with us, because this is a new apartment, new place, and like I didn't want any type of supernatural things happening there. And I called and my grandparents prayed with us, and what I did is like I prayed for myself, because I didn't want any type of effect that was going to come from this, like if it was witchcraft or somebody trying to witch us or just something random, you know. So I got a rag and a bucket. I cleaned up like all of the ash that I could. I prayed about it. I prayed while I was cleaning it, because because like being Native American and understanding and knowing the cultural, like the bad side of people being traditional and using it against you, it is really bad. Like if you actually sit down and think about it, or actually study it, or try to find out more about it, being a Native American and having these spirits that are ancient, that people actually use to witch other people in like a bad way, it is really hard to get it off you, especially if you're like a non-native or you mess with it and they send it after you. And most of the time, like I have like my skinwalker videos, I have other stories that I haven't told yet, but I want to. I can't really tell because there's a lot of other people in the video or in the story that I have to get permission for, because this like it's like 5 or 6 people, and I just don't want to tell it and be like, oh, this person and this person and this person, you know. I have to get the permission before I tell that story. But anyways, like that particular day, after that day, our apartment was just really weird. It was eerie all the time, especially when I was home by myself, because I didn't work during that time. My cousin would go to work in the morning. Sometimes my boyfriend wouldn't come home until 8 or 9, and my cousin would leave between like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. So I'd be there maybe for like an hour, half an hour to an hour by myself, and it would just be really weird. Sometimes it would be like the floor would creak, or you'd hear somebody in the living room or the kitchen, and we go out there, there's nobody there. And a couple times, I don't know if she was just weird, I don't know if she was just doing, I don't know, but sometimes my cousin would just stand at our bedroom door and stare at us. I don't know if it was like because of the ashes, I don't know if it was because she was just like looking for something, or I don't know. But I don't know if she remembers it, I don't know if she recalls it, I don't know if she was doing it on purpose, I don't know if she was like in a trance or something took over her, but sometimes she would stand at our bedroom door and stare at us. And one time I got really sick during this time, right after this. I got really sick to the point where like I couldn't even get out of bed. I was weak. I had like 104 temperature. I couldn't eat anything. I was like freezing cold. I probably had like 4 blankets on me and I was still freezing. And it was just really weird. Like I've never experienced sickness like that before, but this particular time was just really bad. And I took my medicine, because we did go to the hospital that night, and I got Tylenol with codeine, so I took that and I went to sleep. So like as soon as I took it, I was out. My boyfriend was up with me most of the night because I was crying and I was aching and it was just really bad. But he did stay up with me, and then as soon as I fell asleep, he fell asleep. And this was probably like about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. My cousin was standing at the end of our bed just watching us sleep. And my boyfriend is kind of a light sleeper, but if he hears like something out of the ordinary, he'll wake up. And when he did, like, he was rolling over and to check on me and to make sure that I was fine. When he moved, like, he saw my cousin kind of like move out of the way to where he could actually see her, because he was laying on his stomach. So when he moved a little bit, he saw like on the peripheral of his eye, and like he turned all the way over and he's like, "What are you doing?" And she was like, "Oh, nothing." And she just slowly walked out of our bedroom. Like I said, I don't know if she recalls this. I don't know if she's doing it on purpose. I don't know if she was taken over by something. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But from that day on, we always slept with our door closed and locked. I mean, I loved her. Like, she was like my best friend during this time period. I mean, I did everything I could. I did everything I needed to do to help her with all the things from the time that we brought her to live with us because of all the issues that she had back home. But it was just odd. Like, from that day on, it was just weird, like, from those ashes. And every time my sisters would come over and visit and stay, like, sleep over, my little sister, this is the time she was like 2, so like she was talking, but she wasn't as verbal as she is now, to where she tells you what it looks like, what it does and what it says to her. But then she talked. She had a very good vocabulary at a very young age. I mean, she started saying words when she was like maybe 8 or 9 months. But during this time that she would stay with us, where my cousin's closet was at, she would call me Mommy Lynn, because my name is Charlotte, so she would say, "Mommy Lynn, there's a horseman. And I was like, "What are you talking about, Kayla?" She was like, "Mommy Lynn, there's a horseman over there, and it's scaring me." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Over there." And then she would point at my cousin's closet, and like, I got hit so hard. I was so cold, and I was like, "What the heck? What is she talking about?" And I remembered the ashes, and then I told her, I was like, "It's gonna be okay, it's gonna be fine. Just tell it to go away." She was like, "Go away, horseman. I don't want to see you no more." And after that, like, maybe a couple weeks passed. She didn't mention anything about it ever, like, that often again. Maybe once or twice after that, she'd be like, "There's a horseman," but then I'd tell her, tell it to go away, it'll go away. And she would be like, "Go away, I don't want to see you no more." And for a while, she never mentioned it. And then from the time that we moved out of there, she never mentioned it again. But during that time, she would always say that every time she visited us, she'd be like, "There's a horseman." And she's like, "It looks like a man, but it has the face of a horse." And I was like, "What the heck? Like, that's so scary. I've never seen anything like that. I don't want to see anything like that." So, like, I would pray for the kids. I would pray for them before they go to sleep. I would stay up until everybody went to sleep. And I would always leave, like, the kitchen light on above, like, the stove to make sure that they had some kind of light shining on them when they were sleeping. But that particular it was just really weird. I mean, maybe that's why a lot of things didn't work out in that apartment, because somebody or something actually witched us. I mean, since then, like, it makes sense now that it probably was, because we did have, like, a financial fallout. We did have a lot of issues happen right after that, and now, like, we're slowly building back up. I mean, it's been almost a year, a little less than a year, and we're still struggling, but, you know, day by day it's getting better. All of our problems are getting resolved. I mean, nobody's life is perfect. It's just things happen. But I'm the type of person that does believe in witchcraft. I believe in people witching others. I believe that it's possible. But I do believe in God, and I know that it can actually be taken care of through prayer and through faith and belief. And a lot of people are like that with their own traditional ways to pray against bad spirits and get rid of them in other distinctive ways. But for me, it's through prayer, through God. You know, like I said before, I'm religious. But that just the story I wanted to tell, because it's kind of eerie. I mean, to find ashes in your house and then for a lot of things to go bad. I mean, I guess the moral of the story is, if you feel like something was there or something is there, always go by your gut feeling. Don't think that it's your imagination. Always listen to your gut feeling. Always listen to your instincts. If you think there's something there or something bothering you, always seek help. I mean, if your family knows somebody that can pray for you, pray for your family. somebody that can cleanse your house, get it done, because more than likely it is something there and it's not just your imagination. But if you want to see more videos like this, I know a lot of people like my scary videos and like my story time videos, that like my skinwalker video has the most views, and my DIY videos. But if you want to see more scary videos like this or scary story time videos, go ahead and like this video, comment down below, and please don't forget to subscribe. I mean, it means the world to me. I was like so psyched when I had like 3 subscribers, and now I'm at 16, so I'm so happy about that. But for everybody that watches this, go ahead and like this, comment down below, and it means the world to me for every view, for every subscriber. Help me build my family up. I mean, I love doing what I do now. I mean, before I had such a hard time with anxiety and depression, and I still do, but since I started YouTube, I've actually calmed down. I know it still bothers me a lot. Sometimes it kind of hits me kind of hard, especially my depression that I have. I mean, I don't hide it. I try not to, because I want everybody to be aware about or what they can or will do about it, not to like just sit in the corner and cry about it, but actually seek help and know that there is other people out there that suffer from the same thing that you do. And as long as you can get day by day, think of things to get brighter and better. I mean, today and tomorrow's a new day. You know, if it doesn't work out today, there's always tomorrow. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.